and we're back to talk about some wrestling. So, yep, that's right. The Showcase of the Immortals is tonight. And I'm going to be over at my friend's house. We'll be watching it. It's going to be a great time. But you know what? For now, it's time to do a little prediction video. So this is going to be my thoughts and my predictions for tonight's Wrestlemania. So let's start off with night one, shall we? So we got, I'm not sure the order of the matches, but I'm just going to guess. I'm just going to put it from order to least relevant match to most relevant match. So to start off the night, we got the World Tag Team Championship, the New Day, the heel New Day, and War Raiders. And to put it simply, I think New Day will win. This heel turn, the heel turn they have going on right now needs it. I really don't see a situation. I don't really see a scenario where the War Raiders will retain. So yeah, New Day and Kofi's new look. He looks like a scammer with that, the no mustache and the beard. I don't get it. I don't get it, but whatever. So next match we got Naomi versus Jade Cargill. So yeah, Naomi turned heel. She's been a nice little heel so far. I mean, I think she's doing a great job as a heel. And but let's just say a storm's coming tonight, and Jade will beat Naomi. And I wouldn't be surprised if this is a squash just to make Jade look good, to be honest, because I know there's still a lot of critics about whether she can whether she can have a nice long match like grapple style, straight old school wrestling. But then that remains to be seen, and maybe she could pull out a 5-star classic tonight. We don't who knows? I hope so. I'm not gonna doubt her, but for some reason I feel like this will be a squash in Jade's favor. So moving on to the match, we got El Grande Americano versus Rey Mysterio. So this fake luchador versus the greatest luchador who ever lived. And that should be a really good match. I mean, not to compare Gable to Kurt Angle or nothing, because that's just a lazy comparison. But that match Kurt Angle versus Rey Mysterio had, and during Rey's debut in SummerSlam 2002 was awesome, was epic. And I feel like every time they locked up was an awesome match. So Chad Gable does remind me and a lot of people of Kurt Angle. And it's a lazy comparison just because they both have a similar character and stuff. But I do think this would be a great match, probably match of the night, to be honest. And I do think Chad Gable will win. He will unmask himself to prove that he's Chad Gable. And I don't know what it will lead to be honest. But yeah, Chad Gable wins. So for the next bout, we got the United States Championship on the line. LA Knight against Jacob Fatu. And speaking of another match that could be a squash, I think this match should be a squash just to make Jacob look good. And sadly, I love LA Knight, but I do think he will lose the title. I do think he's destined for greater and better things. Hopefully, I think this should happen just because I think LA Knight should lose the title just because I want him to get drafted to Raw. Because I feel like he's overstayed his welcome on SmackDown. I remember last year I was pissed he didn't get drafted to Raw either. That time. So hopefully this year he gets drafted to Raw. Man, who knows? Maybe a heel turn. He challenges some people. But yep, Jacob Fatu is winning, and that's that. So the next match, we got the World Heavyweight title. Jey Uso, main event, Jey Uso versus Gunther. Gunther, he won the title He won the title at SummerSlam, right? Yep. And, he's been a good world champion. He's had great matches. He's always been a good wrestler. He's really showed his acting chops in WWE. He's been a very good promo. He plays a good dickhead, like a charming dickhead. Obviously he's a heel, but we love him as fans because he's just the aura he carries is just awesome. But sadly, for better or for worse, his title reign does end tonight. Jey Uso, probably the most controversial figure in wrestling these days. People love him, and then there's people that just hate him. I never expected to see the reaction that I saw on Twitter and social media when Jey won. I thought everyone would be collectively applauding and be celebrating. But I was surprised to see a lot of people were pissed and angry. Come on now. And it all really stems to Jay's ability he can't wrestle, basically. It's all super kicks. Basically, he's a spot merchant. All he does is the yeet, and all he does is super kick. I mean, it's hard to disagree with that, but at the same time, not all wrestlers succeeded in the business by being great wrestlers. If every great wrestler was a main eventer, then it'd probably be way boring. Let's just face it. I feel like in wrestling, it pays to be more of a good promo and have more personality than it does to be a good wrestler. So, some people were born with both. Some people just have one. But if I had to choose which one I would rather have, I'd rather be someone with personality, someone who can cut promo, someone who can resonate with the fans. And, Jay does that. He sells a lot of shirts. He has a very good catchphrase. He gets the crowd moving. So, yeah. But enough of that. I think Jay wins. And, we'll see what happens. So, next match, we got Tiffy Time versus Charlotte Flair. And, this is a tough decision because this could go either way, in my opinion. But in the end, I feel like, sadly, Tiffy's time as a world title holder will come to end tonight. And Charlotte will win. And, I think it'll be a great match, but I think Tiffany just do need some time to work out some kinks in her armor, so to speak. I think she could fine-tune her promo skills even more, maybe touch up her ring skills. Not that she's doing a bad job, but she's still very young, so she still has and so that's very good. That's a good thing from both sides of the coin, because she does show a lot of potential, but at the same time she needs to work so she can realize that potential, you know what I mean? Because she's very good as she is right now, but the more she works, the more better she will be. So, and Charlotte Flair is not like she's some bum that just walked down the street. She's the most dedicated female wrestler in the history of WWE. So yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with Charlotte Flair winning from the standpoint that doesn't make Tiffy look bad, but obviously the fans will get pissed. And it is what it is. Tiffy Time is a fan favorite, but I think somewhere along the line she will regain the title again, and she'll be even better for it. So next match, we got the main event of the evening. We got CM Punk versus Seth freaking Rollins versus Roman Reigns for seemingly the prize of having Paul Heyman as on their side. I mean, that's really what it is. That's really what it came down to. All two men in these matches have deep ties to Paul Heyman, except for Seth Rollins. Everyone's thinking, oh, Paul's gonna go with Punk. That favor for Punk was this all along. Punk's gonna win. Punk needs to win. Oh. And but Seth Rollins, everyone, there's a corner of people that are saying, oh, what's the most surprising thing would be is that Paul Heyman goes with Seth Rollins. That'll be the most surprising outcome. And for that reason, I'll have to pick Seth winning, just because, a lot of people in general won't expect it. It's just so out there, Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins. I wonder what that would be like, just because, Seth is a really good talker anyway. He's really good on the mic. He's always been good on the mic since he's been in WWE. So I wonder what their dynamic would be like. I do think Seth is long overdue for a heel run. I would like to see Punk as a heel, though, but there's zero chance Roman would be a heel again. Well, not in the immediate future. I think he'll be a face for the rest of his run. So I do think Seth is gonna win. I want Punk to win, but I sadly don't think it would happen. And my dark horse is Roman. You know, it's just tough to pick a definitive winner because all three of these guys are big dogs. You know, they're heavy hitters. They're like the top of the top. So it's just hard for any of them to take an L in a situation like this. But you know what, Seth wins, and yeah, that's night one.